Hey, what's up, stream keepers, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are very honored to actually have Dawid over here. So Dawid is actually based in South Africa. So actually today we are in South Africa, and for those who have been following my channel, you actually know that this is a familiar view, and this is actually Neil's Satan Streams location, his shop, and Dawid actually helps out with his some of the scooping of streams and his work stuff. So really appreciate Dawid over here taking time off his busy schedule to actually have this interview with me, and to actually share with a lot of you guys some of his background information and what intrigues him into the stream hobby. So Dawid, maybe you want to start off with a little bit of a self-introduction on when did you start this stream hobby and what made you come into this stream hobby?
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for asking me to do the interview. I've always been fascinated with nature, and especially underwater nature. I think that's what tweaked my interest. It started with planted tanks, aquascaping, and those things. And it was about 2 years back. I saw on some YouTube videos that people had shrimps.
Okay.
And I've never heard about shrimps, freshwater shrimps, and they were all colorful and were neocaradinas and were very interesting. So then I started Googling where in South Africa are there any shrimps available in South Africa, because I've never heard of it. It was like unknown to me.
Right.
And then the first shrimps, I already had like a fish tank, and then the first shrimps I got were like, I think they were like feeder shrimp. People buy to like feed their big fish, just to see can I keep anything alive. And then they did well, and then I bought a small tank. I think it was like 15 liters. I didn't know anything, so I was just small. Shrimps are small. I thought small tank. I then found Neil, Saturn Shrimp. And I was like blown away about the shop and all the shrimps, and I had no idea it was this diverse. Then I got my first cherry shrimp, neocaradinas, for my small tank, and from there it like evolved. I wanted to get caradinas and got crystal reds, and after that I got the orange eye royal blue tigers. And at the beginning, for me, my biggest problem was budget, because I was just finishing with school. Yes.
So how old are you?
How old am I now?
Yeah,
I'm 20 now.
20?
Yes.
So when you started, when was it?
I was 18 then.
18?
Yes. Oh. Yeah, it started with shrimp keeping. I was 18. I didn't really have money. So what I first did, the first thing I got was actually a terrarium. So I just stuff I found in the garden, put in a little glass ball, and it looked nice. And then I saved up some money and got myself the small tank. And then Neil helped me out to set up my first caradina tank with the right soils and stuff. Yeah. And then I learned a lot from him, how to keep shrimp, the right water parameters. And then also I found you on YouTube eventually, and started watching your videos and learned a lot from that.
Yeah, so I think what is interesting for me is that you started this hobby for streams at a very young age. And streams, as you know, it progressively gets more and more expensive for the rarer ones. So how do you overcome this? Do you like breed your streams, and then on the side, when you have extra, do you like sell it? How do you do it?
Yes, so with the cherry shrimp I got originally, after they bred, I was at big success with them. I was able to like sell a few, and that helped a lot to start my caradinas, which were the crystal reds.
I see.
And then I've then they also bred, and it kind of became self-sustaining, where I was able to breed the crystal reds and then sell some of them when I had a lot of them, and then I could like buy food and
Right.
soil and new tanks and you know.
So it's like self-sustaining
Yes,
kind of
yes.
thing. You sell some of the streams and then you can fund your future purchases.
Yes, yes.
And then of course you are also helping Neil with like selecting streams
Yes,
here
yeah.
and cleaning the tanks and cycling and learning as well.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I think that definitely helped in the whole process. But I mean, at 18, when I was 18, I didn't start off with streams. I started off with fishers and planter tanks.
Yes.
What advice would you give for younger generations, like those who are 18 or 20? What are some of these advice that we will share with them in terms of introducing this hobby or asking them to join the hobby?
So usually what I find is people that start at a young age, they're very passionate, very excited. They do their research, which I think is very important.
Yep.
I think like do your research, because you don't want to make big mistakes and then learn the hard way. It's easier to like
Right.
do your research. And also what helped me was to find someone, which in my case was Neil, that I liked what they were doing,
Right.
and so I almost tried to copy them and get into that. But yeah, I think do your research and
Finding a good mentor.
finding a good mentor
to actually guide you through,
Yes,
so
yes.
that you suffer less heartache.
Yes.
in that sense, because a lot of us, I think, what we went through is that there's a lot of heartaches because
Yes.
there's a lot of conflicting information. It's not like there's wrong information. It's just that there's a lot of conflicting information, and you are not sure which one are the right ones, and there's no real guidance. I think a lot of times the information that Neil shares with you are first-hand, and it's almost immediate. Like if you have a
Yes.
question, he can reply. You got a
Yes,
question, he
yes.
can reply, and you don't get burned in the sense that you buy and then it doesn't work and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
streams die.
Yes.
And as a student, you may not have sufficient disposable income to actually
Yes.
keep buying and dying. Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
that really helps a lot. But in South Africa, in terms of like in schools, and is this a common hobby?
No,
Okay.
not really. No,
Okay.
no.
But how do you think that we can actually promote more of this? I mean, it is a good hobby.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Then rather than people going on the streets or go to party
Yes.
and take drugs and do drugs and all this sort of stuff, I think this stream hobby or even aquarium hobby, I think that's healthy.
Yeah, it's very healthy. I think. Yeah. Sure. How to promote it in schools or to the younger generation? I think, like I said, I didn't know about shrimps. I didn't know they
Right.
existed. So I think if there would be like a way to maybe even like go to schools, primary schools, and like show children
Right.
like this whole world exists that they don't know about.
Exactly.
That I think that would really like spark an interest in the younger kids.
Yeah, I think that would certainly help gain more exposure, give more exposure to the public. Yeah, because
Yes.
even in Singapore, where aquarium trade is huge, but the stream hobby is still not very well known. I mean, the New Caridina side, yes, definitely, but for Caridinas, because of it's still not that popular in that sense.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's still not that popular. But definitely, I think a lot of this outreach program will certainly help in that. So before we end this video, is there any advice you will give to the audience?
Just get a good mentor, do your research, be patient.
Right.
It's easy when, especially like a lot of people I meet that are new to the hobby, they cycle their tank and it's a week old. They want to put shrimps in, so be patient. It is rewarding to wait. It's better to wait. Be patient, get a good mentor, and do your research.
Okay. Thanks a lot, David.
It's a
Appreciate
pleasure.
the time. And thanks everybody for watching this video. And for those who like this video, please remember to give a thumbs up. And for those who are new to this video, please remember to subscribe. But in addition, if you have any content or any content that you guys really want to learn more about, I understand that there is a lot of requests showing, like asking me to do like fish room or stream room walkthrough, and how I do my drainage system and things like that. Eventually I will get there. However, if there's any content that you guys are interested, just keep putting it there, and I will certainly look through it, and once we get the opportunity to actually film it, we'll broadcast it. So until next time,